Hello everybody, my name is Miss Williams. I'm Illing's Tech Integration Specialist, and I'm so honored to be here speaking with you today virtually. Some of you might recognize me from working in and around the Library Media Center or helping Mrs. Saponaro with the IMS News Show. But first of all, I'd like to take a quick moment to wish everyone congratulations on your induction into the National Junior Honor Society. This is a really big deal. Today is June 11th, so happy National Making Life Beautiful Day. Yeah. This is an actual holiday, and I think that this holiday is the perfect day for your NJHS induction because it's a celebration to those who make life beautiful, and that's you. You've all made Manchester a more beautiful place thanks to your contributions, the relationships that you've built, and your own personal successes. And while we're on the topic of beautification, I feel it's appropriate to share a story about two people that have made my life and many more people's lives much more beautiful. Ben Cohen and Jerry Greenfield, otherwise known as Ben and Jerry, ice cream extraordinaires. Now, Ben and Jerry didn't go to Illing Middle School, but there's something incredibly epic about Ben and Jerry and the story of how they created their legendary ice cream. I believe we can all learn something from this delicious mindset that they have. So, let's get into story time. Back in 1978, Ben and Jerry were young besties who decided they wanted to start a company. Although they briefly considered making bagels, the equipment was too expensive. They instead took a $5 course on ice cream making and opened the first Ben and Jerry's in a converted Burlington, Vermont gas station. Which leads me to my first lesson. Dream big, start small. Ben and Jerry realized that they wanted to own their own business, but they didn't know anything about owning a business. However, they didn't let the magnitude of their dream stop them dead in their tracks. They took bite-sized steps to help them. For example, they took a class on how to make ice cream. They actually researched where their ice cream shop might be most successful by standing on different street corners with a clicker, counting the number of people that walk by in a day. All these little details helped get them to where they ultimately wanted to be. Now, you might be thinking, one day I want to own my own business, or I want to travel all over the world. Or maybe you want to invent the next TikTok, or even work at ESPN, or Apple, or Google. Ask yourself this: what little steps can I take now to get me where I want to be? This could look like volunteering or reffing for coach's little league game, or helping the elderly, or even participating or starting your own club at school. Or it could look like creating your own digital portfolio of your artwork, or taking a summer class on Duolingo or Outschooled. One of my personal goals was to become a Google certified trainer. So back in 2009, I started with a very, very small step. I taught myself Twitter. I used that tool to connect to other Google trainers and see what they did to become Google trainers. And then that small step snowballed into more opportunities for me to work with other teachers using Google all over the world. Bottom line, dream big, but just start small. Now, I bet you didn't know this, but Jerry of Ben & Jerry's suffered from anosmia, which is when you have very poor sense of smell, and this can affect your taste. Now, I know this is really sad. So as he and Ben were creating different ice cream flavors, Jerry had to rely on his other senses, like the feel of the ice cream in his mouth. So he came up with the idea of adding large chunks into the ice cream. And this was a wild idea for the 1970s. But because Jerry and Ben stuck with the chunks, it inevitably made their ice cream stand out more. And it became so wildly popular that in 1981, Time magazine named Ben & Jerry's the best ice cream in the world. Which leads me to my second lesson. There is only one you. Be you. You have to stay true to yourself and follow your gut. Ben and Jerry could have listened to others that said their ice cream was different or weird, but they didn't. Jerry's poor sense of smell could have been viewed as a weakness, but it actually proved to be a strength. Who you are, your talents, your thoughts, your contributions, they are valuable in this world. Make your mark. Do not be afraid to stand out. It's your differences that set you apart from the crowd. And what may seem to be a flaw or just an ordinary trait to you is mind-blowing to someone else. Now, I think we can learn a lot from Ben & Jerry, but something I find very admirable about them is that even though they are super successful and popular, they never let that get to their heads. They were the CEOs, but they saw themselves as everyone else in their company. They scooped ice cream like everyone else. They mopped the floors, and they made sure to listen and include others. Now, back in 1984, an anonymous fan suggested a unique ice cream flavor to Ben & Jerry on their shop's suggestion board. Now, Ben & Jerry could have totally dismissed these outside thoughts, but they knew the suggestion was amazing. And wouldn't you know, that suggestion became the start of the world's first ever cookie dough ice cream. Now, even today, if you go onto Ben & Jerry's website, you can submit suggestions for new ice cream flavors, and they actually listen to people like you and me. That's how the flavor Cherry Garcia was invented too. The lesson here? There are a lot of people you will meet in your life that are different from you. I encourage you to learn from them, listen to them, collaborate with them. If I'm feeling stuck or in a rut on an idea, I find the quickest way to get past that horrible stuckness is to find someone with a different perspective. And the world is full of amazing people that can help you. Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help. And alternatively, you can be that spark of inspiration or joy in someone else's world. If you see somebody struggling, don't be afraid to lend a fellow peer a hand or offer some help. Bringing others up along with you might not seem like a big deal to you, but who knows? Your simple act or suggestion just might be the cookie dough, that perfect ingredient needed to create the next best song, invention, story, or idea. Before I leave you, I want to say congratulations to all of you one more time and remind you why you are all here today. You are legendary. You all have worked extremely hard on your academics and your extracurriculars to be a part of this distinguished group. And as National Junior Honor Society members, I want to remind you that this is just the beginning. And just like Ben & Jerry didn't stop at owning the world's best ice cream shop, they continued to learn and grow. They worked on selling their pints at grocery stores. They give back to their communities on Free Cone Day. They stand up for underrepresented voices by supporting LGBTQ+ and Black Lives Matter, and their ingredients are ethically sourced, and they care about their impact on the environment. They are not just ice cream. They are so much more than that. And so are you. You each are your own unique flavor, and your potential is limitless. I know each of you can and will contribute so much to this world. Everyone in Manchester and Illing is so proud of you. Thank you and congratulations.